So you just started learning the guitar and you're at a relative's house and your uncle passes you a guitar. It's like, hey Nicholas, I heard you just started learning, right? Play something for us. So you take the guitar and you try to play something and it sounds like this. And you realize you're in trouble because the guitar is not in tune and you don't have a tuner. So today I'm going to teach you how to tune your guitar without using a tuner. And let's get started. Okay, so to tune your guitar without using a tuner, all you need to do for this method is to memorize just one note, which is the E note. So the E note is the most common note found on the guitar, I would say. It's your open note on either the last string or the first string. Okay, so this is supposed to be an E, but obviously it's not an E because the guitar is not in tune. So to master this, it might take some time, but with weeks or months of practice, you'll get it down fairly easily. Okay, so the first step is to find the E on the first string. So let's do that. Okay, so this is an E note, or at least as close as it gets without using a tuner. So now we found the E note, we can move on to step number 2. And what we want to do is to work our way to tune the guitar up from the first string to the second string, third string, and so on. Okay, and to do this, you want to be tuning them on the 5th fret. Okay, so you'll be always fretting on the 5th fret, except on the 3rd string, which is the odd one out. So just remember the 3rd string is the odd one out, and we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so now let's tune the 2nd string. Step number 2. You want to fret the 5th fret on the 2nd string, play that note, and then play the open note on the 1st string. So you want to get something like this. And your goal is to make these two notes sound the same. So always remember you're tuning the string that you are fretting. Okay? So you can hear the note is lower, it's so you want to tune that string up. Okay, so always a little bit at a time. Okay, so when the notes get closer together, it might be a little bit more challenging to hear the difference, but you just have to train your ears to listen to make the two notes sound the same. So a little bit more. Okay, you can hear it's almost there, but it's not really there. So you have to really train your ears to listen to the difference. So it's a little bit high now. When the strings are at the same key, when you play both strings at the same time, it should sound the same. It should sound like one note, and not like this. Okay, it should sound like this. Alright, so now we've tuned the 2nd string, we can move on to the 3rd one. And remember I said the 3rd string is always the odd one out. So the 3rd string, instead of fretting the 5th fret, you want to move it down and fret the 4th instead. Okay, so you play the 4th note, the 4th fret, and the open 2nd string. So now you can hear the 4th fret is higher. So you want to bring it down. Alright, so a little bit at a time. Okay, so that's pretty close. So you can play both strings at the same time. Okay, get a little bit more. Alright, so now we've tuned the 3rd string, you can move on to the 4th. So the 4th string, you go back to the 5th fret. Okay, so only the 3rd string is on the 4th fret. So go back to the 5th. So higher you want to go down. Now you can hear I actually down tune it too much and it's now lower. So you want to bring it up a little bit. Okay, and now you want to go to the next string. It's low, a lot lower. Okay, and then now the last string. have the strings in tune with each other, it might not be perfectly 100% accurate. The overall guitar might be flat or sharp, but at least all the strings are in tune with each other, and you'll be able to play your chords. Okay, now I've gotten you out of the awkward family situation and you're at least able to play some songs on the guitar. I know this is not accurate enough for some of you people out there, so I'm going to teach you how to fine-tune your guitar using harmonics. Okay, so how you want to do this is you want to play something like power chord, so the 5 and the 7, but play the harmonics instead. So the more the two notes vibrate, the more the notes are fighting each other. So you want to tune it in a way that the notes have as little to no vibrations as possible. So let me just demonstrate so you can listen and understand. Okay, there's some vibration if you can hear it. Okay, I'm gonna pull the two notes further apart so you can hear the vibrations. Alright, so you'll be able to hear that. So these two notes are very far apart. So you want to tune it up where the vibrations become a flat line. Okay, so now you can hear that there are no vibrations. These two strings are in tune with each other more accurately than before. And the method I like to use, let me demonstrate it again, is I'll play the two notes and let it ring. And then I'll down tune it off so I can hear the vibration. And then I slowly tune it back up. Alright, so you just do that for the rest of the strings, except on the third string, which, like I mentioned before, the third string is always the odd one out. Unfortunately, you can't do that on the third string, but at least the rest of the strings, you're able to tune them harmonically and to fine-tune your guitar. So that's for if you really want an accurately tuned guitar. Okay, so now we can go and play our songs for our family.
Concert time. Alright, concert time, bye-bye. I know this is not I know this is not accurate enough for some of you people out there. Okay, so you just started learning playing the guitar. Okay, so you just started to learn to play the guitar. Is it correct? So you just started learning